Hi, friends. It's Allison. Welcome back to AJ's Inspired Life. Welcome to the day we get to choose my September journal. Woo, Nelly. Okay, it is August 31st today, and this is the most on time I've been. Let me empty my trash. I like to do that as we begin. This is the most on time I've been for a little bit in starting the month off right. I want to choose my September journal because the end of August is here. Now, this chunk of love has done its job. It's not quite done, but it is almost done. I have been really consistent through August. And so, yeah, feeling good about that. But this hunk of love is done. So I'll do a flip through as usual, show you the binding, how it turned out. This is just a paper clip I put on there. Anyway, okay, August is over. And although I still have a little bit to finish up, tomorrow is September 1st. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do? I am working on a couple junk journals at the moment. And so I didn't feel like I want to make another junk journal or journal, if you will. Obviously, this one we made, I made this one with you. I have made July, June we covered, May we covered, I think April I made, anyway. So I go back and forth. So, oops, that's a little note that goes in the journal. Okay, so I went through all my journals. I have plenty of journals, you guys. I mean, plenty of journals that need to be used, that are going to be used. And a lot of it is like literally like, how do they feel in my hand? Do they have lined paper? How big are they? I have tried the smaller journals a few months. My go-to size is normally about this size, which is I just take the 12 by 12 paper, fold it in half, fold it up. It ends up being about 9 by 6, like on a random fold. We're super close to 9, and obviously, well, it's cut in half, so it's 6. So that's my go-to. And I tend to kind of be able to fill both pages. Anyway, some months I was like, I really want to pare it down and try something more simple. So I decided I'm going to use a journal that I have. But then I was like, I can't. Like, I want to choose some papers. I want to use up some of my papers. So I was like, oh gosh, what do I do? So these are the three I narrowed it down to. Okay. Now, here's the issue. I mean, it's an issue, like, right? I mean, come on. I only want a journal for 1 month. It is September. I want a September journal. Oftentimes I've put 2, 3, sometimes up to 6 months in a journal, but not as of recently. I really only want 1 month in here. And here's why. We're at the end of the year. I definitely want a separate journal for October. Yes. I always do a separate one. I could do October and November together. That is a possibility, I guess. Those two, I could do those two together. And then December always gets its own separate, obviously. So September's going to have its own, like September and October, I'm not putting together. That's just a decision I made. So here's our choices. We're going to pick out of these 3. However, I am going to customize them. So this is a fun little ditty. I think I maybe even got this in Happy Mail. I love the flamingos. I obviously would use this for summer. If we use it for September, I have to cover it. So not loving that idea. This is 8 by 6. I think the paper in here is very fun. Now, ironically, both of my children are in college. I'm an empty nester. I'm dying. But they started in August. But I still associate September with school and kind of, I don't mind these line pages at all. I will not use this journal. When I first got this journal, whether I bought it or someone gifted it to me, please forgive me because I don't remember. My original thought was I would use it for like my morning pages or my process journaling because it's lined, and I tend to use that. I literally don't know. $1.99 in the party section at Hobby Lobby. I don't know if I bought it or if I don't know. But So dang cute. Okay, so I think we're not going to use this. I think it can be saved for summer. I might at some point end up, I can't justify ripping this apart, you guys. It's beautifully sewn together. So I might just save it for summer. I don't even know. It's not going to make the cut. Okay. Let me just, oh my gosh, excuse me, you guys. Let me just cover up something on the front real quickly, just because I have something on here that, okay. These are the other two that I have left. Now, this one I bought at Joann's in a journaling pack, I think of two. It is a Denek. I believe that's how you say it. It is another sewn journal. I don't know, recently, definitely last year. I can't even read, like maybe August. I'm looking up at my wall. I have used other of their journals. They're beautiful, and we're at 5.25 by probably 8. Yeah. But again, this is not the cover for me for September. These colors are definitely not September for me. And so I would need to cover it. Now I could absolutely do that. I wrote in here like how many pages it has. So I could do, it's got way plus 35. I just wrote 35 plus, so it can easily handle a month, but I don't think it's going to make the cut. And so that leaves me with this gem of a composition book, which is super old, you guys. American made. It's pretty janky. It has some pages ripped out, but it is grid. And I'll tell you what, it's been a bit since I've been in a comp book. I'm looking up at my shelf right now. I'm talking, I don't know how long. And it just kind of called to me. So this is going to be my journal for September. Now, you ask. So these two are going back in the journal drawer. Here we go. Listen. There they go. Tossing them on the floor. Okay. Over by my cupboard over there. Okay. So what do I want to do with this? I want to do two things. One, I need to cover it. And this green, like, makes me so happy. It's like back to school green, apples, all the goodness, right? And if you were here for my clean off the desk and go through some stuff videos, I had a pile of other stuff on my desk that I was like, what are we going to do with this? What are we going to do with this? What are we going to do with this? And this little beauty has been up in front of me because I absolutely love her. And I thought, wouldn't she be happy to be September? She's a little tropical for September, but we could make her work. The upside is she would have a home. The downside is, and this is why I don't use things, is she would have a home and not be able to be used for something else, which is why I save things forever, right? Like, because I might need them one day. So I think she might make the cover. She might be our cover girl. We'll see. I haven't quite decided because I do really like her, and she's kind of like literally been right here in front of me. So, okay, here's what else we're going to do. We're going to cut this book apart, and we are going to, we're going to post in some pages. Now, I mean, it's got a ton of paper, you guys. I don't need half of it, literally. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue some sheets together because they are super thin. So we're going to glue some sheets together. Can you imagine how boring that's going to be? But then we're going to pick some other pages. So I might cut out more than these, but what I'm going to do is just, you're going to just love what I'm thinking I'm going to do here. I think I'm going to get out the Yes paste and we're going to go to town. That's what we're going to do because I think it's meant just for this specifically. Okay. I think I want to glue these two together. I think I want this to be my calendar because I'm loving that. I don't know what I'm doing, you guys. Okay, let's do this. Let's start backwards. This is going to be my book. I'm thinking 30 days has September. Okay, so I'm thinking like half of the pages, like 15 of the pages will be this. But then you say, well, Allison, you're going to be short pages. Hold on. Okay, it is my personal goal to use this hunk of love that I got at the thrift store. Everyone said, keep it, you'll use it. So here we are. Okay, I guess I shouldn't adjust this and I should just move this. It's a really bad, does that help at all? Not really. Okay, this is the giant thing of paper, obviously. I already pulled some other packets of paper, but I thought we would go through here first. This is going to be my first thing I go through, so I use up stuff, okay? So this is not going to be used for this. This is going to be used for something else I'm working on. Okay. Whew. So I'm specifically looking for like red and green. I know that sounds like Christmas. It does sound like Christmas, but it's not going to be Christmas. That's not the green I want. This could be a color, this could be a page in here. Okay, we'll pull it because I have to pull at least one thing from this giant. That actually could work. I know it looks Christmassy, but it won't. It won't. I promise. I promise. I mean, what else would be fun? That's a little not what I want. I can't do the pink, you guys. I just can't. Things like this, I'm curious if I should use because I don't know when else I'm going to use this, but that is so busy. I don't know if I could use it as a journal page. So I think we're going to pass. I already have 2 options. You guys, it's nighttime again and listen to my nose. I think I have a nighttime allergy thing going on. I don't understand it. This don't need. Okay, here we go. We're going to go kind of quick because I have other paper pads I already pulled. This I think is all Christmas. Now, interestingly enough, I could obviously pull some of this. Can you even see what I'm doing? Is that better for right now? Let's see. That's super fun, but it's like snowflakes, but I'm not too sure. I was just looking for a fun, I mean, that's obviously Christmas. That looks Christmassy. The stripe would be fun. I already have some other stuff. This is, I mean, definitely usable for Christmas. So I think we'll just save it unless something just kind of speaks to me. I do like this stripe. And that looks like snow. Okay, that one's not going to make the cut. This is all cardstock, so we don't need that. I think I put hearts and Valentine's. I think I've found all of it and put it all in one. That's cute, except it has that on the back, which isn't going to cut it. That's cute. We'll pull it as a maybe. So essentially, I think my idea is I need 15. Is that even right, you guys? Why do I always have to do the math? Yeah, I normally pull 16 pieces of paper for a full month. Okay, so yeah, I need 15. Wait, no, that means I only need 8. Oh, dang it. I have too much paper, you guys. I have way too much paper. That one's kind of fun. Would I use it for Christmas? No, I would not. Oh, and it has a smaller one. These are kind of fun, actually. I might use those for something else, only because I know I have a pile behind me. So I think, aren't those gorgeous? I love that one. Okay, so I think we did good choosing. This is where I got the paper from last month. More Christmas. Oh, geez. Do we have a September? Oh, here's a little ditty of information for you. I was going through my paper. I mean, I have a closet of paper, okay? I was going through my paper. I have a set of this. Yeah, I do. There is the September piece of paper. Now, you can barely see that. That's okay. because we have to cover the inside of that journal. So that's fine, fine, fine. Okay, so I think that's going to do it for this monster. Okay, so let me, hold on. Okay, friends, I need to switch you over to voiceover. The rest of the filming of that first half, I had to completely cut out. So I apologize. My camera was in the wrong angle and yeah, it had to go. So we are now in the second half and I have come back and am going to start decorating this beautiful composition book. And it feels kind of crazy to be in a composition book again. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm just kind of getting used to it again. The other thing I'm getting used to, as you know, if you've been here, thank you so much for your continued support. If you're new here, welcome. And I have an ongoing issue with glue. No matter what glue it is, I can find a different way to dance with it, right? Because it just gets stuck or whatever. So this Yes paste I'm working with, guys, but it's a lot. It's a lot. So I'm learning, right? I'm learning how to kind of get stuff down and how to maneuver it with the card and whatnot. So there are some pages done in there. Now you can see it left some marks. It left some marks on the composition book paper, which I'm not super pleased about. Now, again, I'm sure it's user error. However, and thankfully, at the same time, it doesn't matter because this is just a junk journal, daily journal, whatever for this month. So you're just going to see me go in and these are all the papers we picked out in most of the part that I cut out. I went through and I tried to just pick out pages that kind of went with the color. Excuse me. I know it seems weird. It's like red and green because it seems a little like Christmas. Like that piece in particular is a Christmas piece of paper. I don't care. It's going to look fabulous for September because I definitely think of like, well, primary colors, but specifically green and yellow and red for September. And so it's going to look fine. So I'm just sandwiching it in there between those two little pieces of paper. This is what you guys have seen me do. So I'm trying to number them as I go because you know what happens with me in numbers and pages and all the good stuff. So yeah, so I'm trying that little makeup dabber thing from the Dollar Tree to put that glue on. It does have the divot in the middle. I know some of you agreed with me that that's a weird, not weird, but maybe it's a little bit harder shape to use. So I end up using a credit card. As you can see, they're an old club card or whatever it is. I don't know. And then I am gluing, 2 pages together. I'm trying to leave, I wanted to do like one spread with scrapbooking paper on half of it and one spread with just the comp paper because I do love the grid. I do love the feel of the paper. Like once you add another piece of scrapbooking paper on there, obviously it's a different feel. Yeah, that's me wiping off my hands, trying to get rid of that glue. So I'm just picking out paper. Look at that paper. Is it not amazing? Oh my gosh. I absolutely love that paper. And I thought it was perfect for a school kind of themed. It's not even themed. It's just like kind of what's in my, what do they call that? Like what's on your master board? What's on your design board? It's kind of that mentality, right? And so there's some grid paper. I love the comp book for September, particularly. Like it's just speaking to me. And obviously I've had it forever and it needed to get used. It needed to find its calling. And today is the day. So just putting those papers in there, it's just time consuming. It's quite frankly more time consuming than making a journal because I could have just cut these papers and folded them. But so far I'm liking it. Like I think it's going to be like the look I want for the month and give me the versatility for the month that I'm looking for. We'll see. I'm trying to spread that glue really thin, you guys. Some of your comments were like, make sure you're spreading it thin. And, you can see it kind of come through on some of it. So it's okay. It's no big deal. I mean, what do we know? It's going to get covered up anyway, right? And so that's completely fine. But yeah, so again, so like every other page, I'm going in and kind of making that little sandwich. Now, I'm kind of looking at the book and I'm about halfway through. I think that was 15. Maybe I did 16. I'm not too sure. This is going to be 16. So obviously I'm halfway through the month. I know I need to thin out this journal. Okay. And so I'm just going in and ripping out a bunch of the pages. I think I'm going to leave that flip for now. I may glue it down. I may not, whatever, like what to do. It's a little thick right there. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut it a little shorter. I don't want it to be like right in the exact binding of it, because with all the media I add to this, with all the different textures and honestly wetness, like if we're putting watercolor in that and it drips down in there, I don't want that middle part to like tear or come out. So I'm trying to leave a little bit for it to actually grip onto and not be so exposed, I guess, right? Or compromised, I guess is a better word. So that's kind of my intent there. So I'm realizing though now, or after I did this, obviously, that I ripped out, the book is clearly sewn in half. Okay, so I made the first 15 or 16 pages, whatever it was, and then I ripped out those pages until the halfway point, right? And now I'm working on the second half of the signature that's already in the comp book. Those are the pages that are sewn in. And what I'm realizing, or what I realized afterwards, is that I probably should have ripped out some of the front section of the second signature, if that makes sense. So it would have left like more room in the middle, and I would have worked on the back pages of the signature, if that makes sense. Again, it's not really going to matter. It's a creative journal, right? That we glue in and have fun and find stuff in. So that glue is a little sticky and it's oozing out right there. So I'm just putting that plastic in there for it to dry, because it needs a little time, which I am not willing to give it right now. So yeah, that, you guys, the paste, you guys are hilarious with all of the comments I've gotten on it. Apparently it's very expensive paste, and I have been using it like it's Elmer's. So I feel a little bad, because I'm like, maybe I shouldn't be using this paste. Maybe it's for like something else. And people wrote me like it's what they use in art school, and someone said it was like $40 or something crazy. Like, I don't even know. So that's my Yes paste. It looks like a giant tub of Vaseline, but we're going to use it. It says for scrapbooking. And so, this is the paper I got. I can't remember exactly where the video cut off, you guys. So if I didn't already explain it, this paper was in a pack, I swear, from Target like 7 years ago. I don't even know. And it's nothing I would ever use in my scrapbooks now. But I think it's pretty darn perfect for this journal, quite frankly. So I'm super excited about it. Now, I'm taking all this time to glue this sucker in here. And thank goodness for the Yes paste, right? Because look at me just work it too. I'm going to I don't even remember. I maybe don't go back and fix this one. Or do I figure it out? Because there's another one. Oh, I may have left this one. I may have had to go back and cut it. What I would have liked to have done, I'm waiting. Like, do I catch myself? I don't think I do. What I would have liked to have done, you guys, is obviously move that piece of paper all the way to the left or to the right, whichever way you're looking at it. I want the rounded edge on my page. It's obviously not going to be on the page. So Yeah, that's silliness. That's just not thinking as I'm cutting is what it is. But it is what it is. It's fine. We're going to find another way to use it, but I'm just looking at oh yeah, so I had to cut off that beautiful round edge. The whole part of that stupid paper is that it has that rounded edge. Otherwise it's just a piece of scrapbook paper. And so now that's what we have is a piece of just plain scrapbook paper because I'll have to cut off those edges or fold them in, but I end up cutting them off. So that's a beautiful red that was, I don't even know what, probably a Christmas paper or something, but I love it because it just reminds me of apples and yumminess. So I've moved into the technique of I'm going to put some of that stuff on there and dab it around with the card. I'm going to use the stick thing to get it onto the paper because it has to reach into that tub. And then I'm going to use the card to smudge it around a little bit. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see if it works. So as I'm working in this other half of the journal, I'm realizing that I probably wanted more paper, more colored paper, right? If they were all double-sided, that would have been ideal, but they're not. And so there's a lot of white. There's like many spreads that have both pages as white, either both grid or one grid and one half of a scrapbook that's white. So it's just a lot, and I wish it was double-sided. So I am adding them more frequently a little bit on this half. Now here you're going to see me. Yep, there it was. Did you see me snap at myself? It's like, you ding dong. I want that edge, right, in my page. And so I cut it on the wrong place is what it is. So we're just going to re-tear it and then stick it in. We'll save that strip for something else, but it obviously would have been a bigger strip. So you got to reopen that little gator mouth thing and stick that piece of paper in. Now, the good thing about the Yes Glue, you guys, is it's like not even close to dry. So it's fine with me opening that back up and putting that in there. No problem. It's like, yeah, good to go. So that's obviously the edge I wanted, was that, kind of fun scalloped edge on that paper. But there you have a white, you saw that next page is like all white, right? So that's okay. Now, as I spread this glue, again, I'm trying to smush it out, you guys. I am. See me? I'm doing that. And it does go down flat. Now, I know the comp paper wrinkles in general. But I think we're going to see later that it kind of doesn't do what I need it to do, which is fine. I wanted so badly to use this little book page. It just did not. It just doesn't make the cut. I realize I can go in and add it later and use it as an accent page or, whatever else, a pocket or something. But I'm going to just do the scrapbook paper. This is like, I don't even know what, you guys, a page from a red and white paper kit from who knows, 99 probably or something. I don't even know. So I'm super excited that it found a home in this lovely journal. Because I would not, again, these are papers that, I've bought years and years and years ago, and I would never use them now in my scrapbooking if I ever even go back to scrapbooking, which I really, really want to. But I have definitely come to the place where I'm acknowledging that this is how I'm memory keeping, which is the reason I do the scrapbooking, right? Is to capture the memories and put the pictures in. So I've come to a place of realizing like this is how I'm memory keeping now. Now I miss a lot of things about scrapbooking. Isn't that paper fun? I think that's from Carrie. It was in a Happy Meal. Yeah, see, I want that edge. I'm trying to decide which edge I want because I love that binding edge, if you will. And look I got a big piece that time. So scrapbooking, there's a lot about it I miss, I'm trying to think maybe what that is. Like maybe more thoughtfully put together pages, if you will, like kind of matted pictures and just all the pretty, I don't know about the prettiness. Let me find my words. I don't know exactly, but there's parts of scrapbooking that I miss. However, I am super clear that I am capturing, well, one, I'm capturing more memories now on paper than ever with scrapbooking because it was always such a big thing, right? It was like, I have to do a page on this and it has to be perfect and I need the right stickers and I need the whatever. And I got so far behind so quickly. So here's another one of those decorative pages. And I think, I think I'm figuring it out. I'm trying to figure out which part I want, right? But I'm gonna cut it right the first time, I think. So not only am I capturing actually more memories, so like literally, if I died tomorrow, there are more memories documented now than there ever were when I was scrapbooking, right? Two, with the journaling, I am way more relaxed and able to document like a funny little memory or a funny little thing and like little nuances about it. And I never did that with scrapbooking. I'm not saying you can't, and there's definitely forms of scrapbooking that kind of lends to. And the Project Life or pocket scrapbooking is definitely one of them. But I think for me, I am using way more stuff than I ever would in scrapbooking because even if I do the pocket scrapbooking or the Project Life, I still want the page to look like aesthetically like really good. You know what I mean? And I want the, like I said, the cards to match or the colors and the things. And I'm super stoked right now. Like when I put a popcorn bag on my thing and a sticker from the dishwasher and then a journal card about the day. Like it doesn't have to match. I'm using actual things from my day that I would, of course, never use in a scrapbook, right? So I don't know. There's definitely pros and cons to it. All of that to say, I have a lot of scrapbook stuff that I am not using, and I am super excited that I'm going to start using it in these journals, or that I am start using it. Like I am starting to use it rather. So this is me cutting out the pages at the back of the book because, again, there are extra pages. So I don't want it too fat. And I want all that paper, quite frankly. I'm going to take it upstairs and dye it or just use it as blank paper. Like for all my little journaling spots, I definitely want the paper, right? So excited about that. And then we'll figure out the rest of the book. So the title page, I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with. This one, I'm mad at myself. Like, so we're going to rip off that edge. We could have folded it in. Absolutely could have folded it in. I just wasn't feeling it on this book. So those will come later, kind of pockets and flip outs and tip-ins and all that kind of stuff. That will come. So there's my comp book, my September journal comp book, you guys. It's going to be great. It's a little bit of a hot mess right now. I'm not going to lie, but it's going to be great. So on the cover page, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a calendar in there. And then here's kind of the flip through. So see the white pages. I'm not super excited about that. And see the glue? Like it's still not glued down, you guys. So I'm like, we'll add some glue stick. That'll work. Now, see that? So I don't know what the deal with the Yes glue is, you guys. You can see it coming through those pages. And I'm assuming it's just because it's so wet that it comes right through that composition page. And again, it's fine. Literally, it's fine. And it's all going to be great. I've already decorated some pages by the time you see this. And it's fine. We're just covering up. We cover up most of the pages anyway, right? So I'm just thinning out the tear outs a little bit more and looking at all the yummy paper. Now, I might go in and add some more, but it's kind of exciting. I'm just trying to think, like, is she going to live here or not? Because I really love her, and I think her dress is smashing, and it looks amazing on the cover. And I'm not going to alter that cover too much. I really like it the way it is. That's all my paper that I'm hoarding now. I'm going to go dye it or do something with it, but my intention, I think, is to dye it. holding on to my scraps. I'm not ready to commit to her right now. And I'm also not ready to commit to the front cover. So you're going to see me place one or two items and then, oh, am I going to color pages? I guess we're going to color pages for a minute. I forgot. Okay, I'm making this as I think the beginning of the video said. I'm making this video, I think the last day of August. And we are leaving, or maybe it's the first day of September. I don't know when I actually cut this, but I'm just adding some distress stain. Now you can see, I think I show you. Look at the color on the bottle compared to what went down on the page, you guys. Those distress stains are, mine don't stink. Other people have said they started to smell. Mine do not smell, which thank goodness. They are turning a little bit weird colors, as you can see right there. So, yes, I have glue on my fingers. That's me trying to figure that situation out. I'm going to add a little bit more color to this. So anyway, I wanted to go ahead and prep the first couple days is what I wanted to do, because at this point, I'm pretty sure I was thinking about taking this book with me as we left. But that obviously is not going to happen. And I figured that out before I go. But I think I wanted to add some color. So I'm trying to figure out, like, what do I want to do that I could just take with me and the pages would be ready, right? That distressed apple color, like, to me, that color is stunning. I absolutely love that. Now, when it dries, it turned into a beautiful, like, gold yellow, sunshine gold yellow, but it's still perfect. I really like it. I added some color there. And then the crazy part is, as we turn to this page, which is the 3rd of September, those are my red distress stains, because you need 4. You need 4 different reds, like, egads. And of course I can't choose which one, because they're all, 1 degree of something different. I'm going to warn you that this page looks scary when I finish it. But as I'm counting out the days, I'm realizing this day is supposed to be all red. Like, it's actually maroon, but crazy. Like, and I've done that a few times, you guys. I'm sure we all do it. I don't know if it's literally the subconscious mind or whatever. Like, why I put that red page on that day, I wasn't consciously thinking or saying it was going to be for that day, but it's absolutely perfect. And I would have been sad if it were a green or a yellow or anything else. It's absolutely perfect that it's red. So I cover that little half thing in red, and I'm like, that whole page is going to be red. And I was like, oh, hold on. We're going to do the whole kit and caboodle. We're going to do the whole thing red. So I don't want you to be afraid of it. I know it looks a little gory or whatever right now, but yeah, it's perfect. It's going to be perfect for what I want it to be. So so I'm actually kind of stoked on how it turned out. It does soak through a little bit to the other side. You saw it go right through those 2 pages. Now, a lot of times, I know Elizabeth used to put 3 pages together in a comp book. I know a lot of people glue 3 pages together. I absolutely could have done that. I absolutely had the real estate to do that, and I just didn't want to do it, quite frankly. And you're going to see some of it go through. I do not care at all. First of all, these Dylusion inks are very, very juicy. You can see that. So not everything's going to go through, but I don't care. It's going to get covered up. And if it doesn't get covered up, then we'll work around it. I don't know. You know what I mean? But yes to the red. I'm super excited for that page, and it's just crazy because I needed a red page, so I'm excited for it. And then this day, so again, see, it's all white though. It's just so weird. Anyway, so that's kind of where we're at, and I'm okay with the thickness of the book. I think it's going to expand, but I'm going to try out some things on the front page, and I'm going to start to think about what I want to use out of some of my stuff. And I'm realizing I am now done. My brain is done, and I don't want to go to the next step. And so then it's time to kind of put it away, knowing my journal is ready for me to start the beginning of the next month. And and prep it. So thanks so much for hanging out with me, you guys. I really appreciate you being here. And I hope that we can figure out this month together. Take care. Bye.